Today I'm going to show you about trekking poles. Why, how and which. Some people think trekking poles are just for old people. Trekking poles can help people of all ages and make their hiking so much safer, easier and healthier. The reason why you need trekking poles is because they help take the weight off your knees, and when you're going up and down hills, particularly with a backpack, it really helps. I mean, when you're going down, you can lower yourself. They're like shock absorbers, so it takes the pressure off your knees. It also helps take the weight off your hips when you've got a heavy backpack, and it really makes the walk so much better. You don't feel so tired, and it also helps with stability, so you're less likely to fall over. You keep your balance. You're less likely to twist your ankle because you're less likely to slip on a rock. So how do you use trekking poles? Well, the first thing is you need to have the right grip. So basically it's a bit like skiing poles. You need to put your hand through that like that and then hold it like that. Do that again. So there's the band, hand goes through and then down and grip like this. I'll do another one here. So you put your hand through the loop like that and then grip down like that. So you've got the band on the back of your wrist like that, taking the weight. So when you put the poles in the ground, you've got more support for your hand, and you're not gripping the poles too tightly with your hand. That means if you were to fall over, but this way, if trekking poles fell away, there'll be no harm. So it's important you grip them like that. So that's the grip. The other thing is, when you're going uphill, these trekking poles, you can set the height of the trekking poles. You want the trekking poles so that your arm is sort of at a right angle. When you've got the trekking pole like this, it's at a right angle. So when you're going uphill, you need to shorten the poles. So you can shorten the poles by moving this. That's the length of the poles. When I'm going downhill, I have them longer. When I'm going uphill, I have them shorter, because obviously when they're going to ground, they need to be shorter so that your arm is still at the right angle. So you shorten them depending on whether you're going uphill or downhill. So you use the poles by putting the opposite pole into the ground to the leg that's moving. That sounds confusing, but I'll show you exactly what it is. It makes perfect sense, because with trekking poles you've now got 4 legs instead of 2 effectively. So to spread the weight, you want the pole on the other side of the leg that's moving. Now it seems really strange at first, but I suggest you get yourself some trekking poles and then practice around your neighbourhood. That's what I did. One day a car went past and he shouted out the window, "There's no snow, mate." But anyway, don't worry about that. You're preparing for your next adventure. You're preparing for when you can get out to places like this and see these incredible views. This is what it's all about. And the trekking poles just help you do it safely. Look at that. Isn't that an amazing view? And the trekking poles help me get up this mountain to see the view of Mount Teide. So finally, which trekking poles should you get? Well, there's so many choices. You can spend anything up to £100–200, or you can get some cheaper ones for about £30. Depends how much you want to spend, really. I mean, if you're new to this, then maybe you don't want to spend too much to see if you really like trekking poles. So that's what I did. I bought a cheaper pair. But what you should look for when you buy some trekking poles is make sure they've got extendable locks, so you can extend them. The best type are these, which have the little clasps, as I showed you earlier, so you can unlock the clasp and extend or shorten the poles. They also pack away in the bag easily. you can shorten them and put them in your backpack. I prefer the ones that have got like cork-ish. This is a synthetic cork handle. It seems better on the hands. So I recommend getting trekking poles with this type of handle. But really it's personal preference. It comes down to what you prefer. But these are the ones which I went for. These are Trekology poles. Didn't cost too much. I put a link below. But there's many choices. You can see these trekking poles have the extendable clasp, so you can just pull that and lengthen them or shorten them. They pack away like this. It's also got different feet you can put on when you're not on like a soft surface. Extend and just clasp. But that's the important thing, having these clasps. These have been good, they haven't failed. You can tighten them. There are different types of clasps which don't have this on them, which I've been advised don't go for. The ones that just pull out because they tend to break. That would be my suggestion. Get yourself some trekking poles. These have been good. I've used these for about 4 months, 3 or 4 months now. Really made a difference to my adventures. I mean, if you saw my adventure on the southwest coast path, the first one without trekking poles, where I really struggled with the backpack and going up and down those huge cliffs and huge mountains, then afterwards I tried it with trekking poles and it was so much easier. Really changed the whole dynamic of hiking for me, and also with carrying weight if I'm wild camping. So I really recommend you check out trekking poles if you haven't already. I hope you found this video interesting. If you'd like to join my future adventures, please subscribe. So thanks for watching, and please leave any questions or comments below and I'll do my best to answer. Thanks, and bye for now.